Howdy everyone, it's your buddy BP. It's been a long time since I've done a weapon analysis here in Destiny, so I decided to do another video. And today I'm going to be talking about the Eyasluna. This is a legendary hand cannon that you can only get from PvP activities. You usually get it as a random reward after just completing any type of control playlist or a clash playlist, or really any kind of playlist for PvP activities in Destiny. You can't get it anywhere else. You can't buy it. You can't get it from like a package. It's only a random drop. And I don't normally use hand cannons, so I'm not an expert on them. They're probably the one primary class I use the least. I've always had problems with their range, with their accuracy. At least I certainly have in year 2. Bungie has improved them gradually since then, but I've still always had trouble with them. And every time I get a hand cannon, it seems in Destiny for like a random drop, it's always one of those low-range kinds that I really don't like. And the Eyasluna is closer to the Hawk Moon in more ways than one, as you're about to see, in the sense that it's one of the more higher-range hand cannons, which I like. I like a weapon that is accurate, and this one is really special. And again, speaking as someone who doesn't normally like hand cannons, this has got to be one of, if not the best, legendary hand cannons I have ever used in Destiny. It is absolutely spectacular. It is always on point, it is always accurate, and it hits hard, even from long distances. Let me go ahead and read off the perks I'm using for this one. The first set of sights include Steady Hand IS, Fast Draw IS, and Quick Draw IS. I'm using the Quick Draw on these clips you're seeing. The next perk is Rangefinder, which increases the weapon's accuracy when I aim down the sight. Excuse me, rather it increases the range when you aim down the sight. The next set of optional perks include Snapshot, Explosive Rounds, and Rifled Barrel, which is what I'm also using here in this video. Rifled Barrel, for those of you who don't remember, increases the weapon's range and accuracy at the expense of reload speed. So I got a hand cannon that already has really good, very strong base range. I have Rifled Barrel on top of it, which gives it a huge boost to range and accuracy, and Rangefinder on top of it. This thing is almost Scout Rifle good. I still would, for long ranges, I would prefer my Suros DIS 43, but outside of that, this thing is almost as good. It is just so powerful, and it is so accurate. I was really surprised at the kind of distances that I was landing shots with this thing. And not just any ordinary shots, but headshots as well. Do note that every roll of Eyasluna is not the same. It's the same as any other legendary weapon. There are random rolls. I have actually gotten 4 of these things as I've played Destiny. No Red Spectre, which is another weapon that randomly drops in PvP. I've really wanted one of those, but I haven't managed to snag me one of those. Gotten 4 Eyaslunas though, and I would say this one is my best one of the lot, or at least it's certainly the one I like the most. And it's just because it has such fantastic range and accuracy, which is the one thing that has always bugged me about hand cannons. I just don't feel like they're as consistent as I would like for them to be for a primary weapon, but this one is a gem. The reactive reload I don't normally use, or I don't normally think about it. It's one of those things that's nice to have, and it's nice to have any kind of damage bonus to a weapon like this, because it deals base damage per shot. It's already really high as it is. So getting I think it's like 15% maybe on top of that, pretty sick, especially if you land headshots. My only real problem with this is, with this weapon rather, is the reload speed. Because I use Rifled Barrel, it boosts it down, and the reload speed, it can be really bad. So it can take a while to reload this thing if you don't have any armors that can boost up your reload speed, which I'm not using in these clips you see. So it would be nice to have something to cover you, especially at short ranges if you're going to use this. So I would say run this thing with like a shotgun or a sidearm. I'm using a sidearm here in most of these clips. I think I tried using a Plan C in one of them. Mostly just because I think they fit the weapon pretty well. So that's what I would recommend if you're going to run a weapon like this. Aesthetically, the Eyasluna looks almost identical to the Hawkmoon. It doesn't have the silver color. It doesn't have the little feather etchings on the side of them. It doesn't have the little talons sticking out of it, but outside of that, it looks just like it. It has the same weapon frame and model and everything. It looks almost identical to the Hawkmoon. It's really spectacular. They've been introducing a lot of legendary weapons in year 2 that are like this. They kind of resemble other exotics. That Red Spectre I was talking about earlier, that looks just like the Red Death. I believe there's a rocket launcher in the game. I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's like Hothead or something like that. It looks just like the Dragon's Breath, also, with the exception it has a different color scheme. The Still Piercer for the Hunter, it looks an awful lot like a Patience in Time. So there's been a lot of weapons like these, and the Eyasluna is just one of them. It strongly resembles the Hawkmoon in its appearance. So very cool weapon. So if you always wanted a weapon kind of like the Hawkmoon, it doesn't necessarily have the same perks, but it's definitely like that weapon as far as its base stats are concerned. And this is a very nice find. It's just unfortunate it's all based on RNG, so it's got to be based on luck to get it. So you can only do it in a PvP. So you can't win if you don't play. So if you really want a weapon like this, you're gonna have to get into the Crucible and brave those players. Though there have been improvements to the game since the new patch in regards to connections and matchmaking, and I'll probably save all that for another video. But until then, what are your thoughts and opinions on the Eyasluna? Do you have one of your own? What's your ideal role for a weapon like this? Let me know in the comment section. I try to answer as many comments as I can, so I really love hearing back from you. And also, don't forget to spank that like button if you enjoyed the video or you found it helpful or informative in any way. I really appreciate your support. And as always, y'all be good to each other, and I will see you in the next video.